നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ഇപ്പോൾ ശ്രീ അലോക് വർമ്മയുണ്ട്. ശ്രീ അലോക് വർമ്മ, are you there? Can you hear me? ശ്രീ അലോക് വർമ്മ.
Yeah. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Alok Verma.
Yeah.
So, this is how do you say, what is the outcome you are expecting from today's panel debate?
You see, it will be clear to everybody that this is a propaganda event.
Why do you say like that? Why do you say like that?
Because
So people like you have been invited by the government. You
Yeah.
didn't turn out. You backed off, and now you are now you are putting the allegations. Why, Mr. Alok Verma?
No, you see, why should anybody call it an allegation? All the facts are there. Just give me 2 minutes. You see, I was called to Kerala, invited to Kerala by this group of people. Okay.
Yeah.
So that time we had a discussion at Kochi, and then we went to Trivandrum, and a lot of people, they approached, requested Chief Secretary that Mr. Alok Verma is here. So can you arrange a meeting with Chief Minister? And if Chief Minister is very busy, can there be a meeting with with you or with some Transport Secretary or with somebody who is dealing with that project?
Yeah.
So they did not give any reply. Okay. Now then, we got this this message that Chief Secretary has ordered that a panel discussion will be held on 28th. Okay, in which 3 persons who are opposing and those 3 people among those who are supporting should be called for a discussion, right?
Yeah.
And that Secretary of Science and Technology will be the moderator. So we said, fine, it is fine. We are ready to come. Okay, but then, just one day before I was to leave Delhi, I got this formal invitation. That
from the Chief Secretary? From the Chief Secretary right now?
Formal, that
from
formal, formal invitation was signed by company of Kerala. So
pardon, sir? We didn't hear you.
From KRDCL. It was signed by Company Secretary of KRDCL.
Okay, yeah. From KRail, right.
From KRail, yeah. This invitation from KRail. And, I have given that in media release, press release also. If you read that letter, it makes it clear that they are, that this is going to be a propaganda event and they are not really serious about it. They have changed the moderator. They have made a railway officer who is from personal department, who doesn't seem to be having any big background of science or engineering of railway projects. So if such a
are you talking about Mr. Subodh? Are you talking about Subodh?
Subodh? What?
Subodh, Mr. Subodh from the railway is participating in today's panel. You know that?
Yeah, I know Mr. Subodh very well. I know him very well, and he is going to be speaking in favor of this thing.
Fine, no, you don't find him as a competent person.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Mr. Subodh is not a competent person.
Pardon?
Mr. Subodh is not a competent person for you.
Mr. Subodh Jain is a competent person. So I don't put that in my mouth. I never said.
No, I was just asking you. You
no,
said.
Let me make it very clear to you. There is no problem with the people who are there. The problem is that this is being organized by KRDCL as a propaganda event, and you see, you don't have to ask me too many things. You will see it. When this debate is conducted, I think it is going to start at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
By the time it is completed, it will be very clear to everybody.
Just one thing to make clear, Mr. Alok Verma. Can you just tell me why did you back off from the debate? It is just because that the government didn't meet your demands? No, you wrote a letter. Just 1 minute. You wrote a letter to the Chief Secretary. You asked the government to conduct this debate, right? You want the government to conduct this debate. You want an expert panel. Right?
Yeah.
So you just backed off because they didn't meet the demands.
No.
Right?
Yes. And but let me tell you very clearly why I backed out. In my email to Chief Secretary, I raised 2-3 objections. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1 was that we were given the understanding that this panel discussion is being organized by the state government. Okay. And it will be moderated by Secretary Science and Technology. So I yeah.
Sir, they have made it clear that Chief Secretary is the chairman of KRail also. So there is no need of a separate invitation from Chief Secretary.
You see, then Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of the whole country, so everybody can speak on behalf of Prime Minister. Do you mean to say that?
No, I didn't mean
that. No. This is not the. You see, KRDCL people are, what are they talking about?
Are they beating around the bush, sir?
Beating around the bush. The invitation letter should clearly say, this is what I said, that it should clearly say that this invitation is being extended on behalf of Chief Secretary. Now, what is the problem with that? Why could they not make invitation letter like that?
Okay.
And then I said, why have you changed the moderator? This does not seem to be in order. They did not give any reply. And then I said, that after this whole discussion is over, each side should be given 5 minutes to summarize their viewpoint.
Okay.
So that they will make it a propaganda event, because each side will get at the end 5 minutes to summarize their view. They did not agree to even that. So I am not making any unreasonable demands. I am just asking for clarification that this will be a serious discussion.
And you didn't receive any clarification so far from the government?
Nothing. I waited till 4 p.m. that day. I did not receive any reply, and till now there is no reply from anybody.
And they are ridiculing you in front of media and all, KRail people.
See, they can try anything, They can abuse me.
Is there any personal vengeance against you? Because you have been removed from the project earlier.
Pardon?
Is there any personal vengeance against you from KRail?
Why? For what?
Actually, they are blaming you like anything.
What is the ground? For what they are blaming me?
They are saying you are saying so many irrelevant things regarding the project. Your feasibility report was not accepted. You have been removed from the project.
I was removed from the project?
No.
Who says?
No, not like removing. You are not there in the project. Your feasibility report was not acceptable. That's what they said.
Who says it was not accepted? Where is the revised report? You see, this is what is called.
Isn't there a revised report? Did they submit the same report which you prepared in 2019?
Yes, that is the final report. Is there a revised report? There is no revised report. So the report which was submitted by Sistra on 18th March is the final report.
Okay. And you prepared the report?
It was prepared by Sistra under my guidance. I was consultant to Sistra. You see, I was not working on it as an employee of Sistra. Sistra had their team of experts. I was engaged by them as consultant to guide this team to prepare this report. So my role was to guide them to prepare this report. Okay. This report is of Sistra, and it was submitted to KRDCL under letterhead of Sistra Paris. Okay.
Yeah.
And because no revised report was submitted, this is the final report. So you see, this is all disinformation being conveyed by them,
അതായത് സർ ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് നമ്മുടെ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കായി പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. അലോക് വർമ്മ തയ്യാറാക്കിയ അതേ സാധ്യതാ പഠനത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലാണ് തത്വത്തിലുള്ള അംഗീകാരത്തിനായി ഈ പദ്ധതിയുടെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ സമർപ്പിച്ചത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ DPRലേക്ക് പോയത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിനുശേഷം ഒരു റിപ്പോർട്ട് തയ്യാറാക്കുകയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അലോക് വർമ്മയുടെ മേൽനോട്ടത്തിൽ തയ്യാറാക്കിയ റിപ്പോർട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് കൂടുതലായി കൂട്ടിച്ചേർക്കപ്പെടുകയോ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടില്ല എന്നാണ് അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു വരുന്നത്. വളരെ ഗുരുതരമായ ആരോപണമാണ്. ഇതുവരെ കേരളയിൽ പറഞ്ഞ വാദങ്ങളെ തള്ളുന്നതാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ അലോക് വർമ്മ 24-നോട് വെളിപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത്.
I have one suggestion to you.
Okay, sir.
My suggestion is that you are a leading channel of Kerala.
Yeah.
Okay. So
thank you, sir. Thank you for the.
Yeah, please organize a panel discussion on your channel. You call me and you call Sistra and
we had so many discussions last week, last so many days, Mr. Alok Verma. Definitely we will call you. Definitely we will invite you for the discussions, because we invite very valuable suggestions on this Silver Line project. But the question in focus. Let me ask you one thing. The question in focus is the question.
Who are you? Can you tell me who you are?
You mean my name or?
No, yeah, I don't know your name.
My name is Gopi Krishnan. I am the executive editor of 24.
Okay, no, fine. So what is it you are saying?
Yeah, Mr. Alok Verma, the question right now in focus is why did you backed off from this panel discussion when you say you have so many things to, to bring into the notice of the government, you have so many things for the reasons for opposing this project, and the government has given you a clear space to define, to raise your arguments, to tell to the people of Kerala why actually you are against this project. Again, you backed off from this. Again, you backed off from this, and you are.
You see, I have backed out because state government has backed out. State government has handed over this panel discussion to KRDCL. This is the most objectionable thing. If state government is organizing, if they had clarified to me, yes, state government is organizing it, I would have come. But I would not come to a event which is going to be a propaganda event by KRDCL.
So there is no point in this debate. That's what you are saying.
No point. This is a propaganda event. This you will see at 11 o'clock that this is a propaganda event.
Fine, okay? But there were three people for the panel. One yourself, then again the next one was Sridhar and Aviji Menon. You had any word with Mr. Sridhar?
No. I mean, what word? Yeah, he discussed with me some things. Whether I have received any reply from Chief Secretary. I told him there is no reply.
Okay. Sir, in the past 5 months, you have written 7 articles about the various deficiencies and the staggering forging and fabrication in the feasibility report of May 2019.
Yes, and I have sent.
Then why the government, why the Chief Secretary, why the Chief Minister is not meeting you, sir?
So that is the question you should ask them. That why did you create this situation that I had to withdraw? I was willing to come. Why did you not give clarification to my email? You put a proper moderator, and the invitation should come from state government, not from KRDCL.
Yeah.
So that we know that it is the state government which will be playing a central role in this, and they will be listening to what we have to say. They could have given this clarification, but they did not give, and this is why I had to back out. Okay.
Okay, so they were forcing you to back out from the debate.
Yeah,
without replying.
They have created a situation where there was no option but to say no.
Okay, so you were forced to say no.
Was it a mutual decision, Mr. Alok Verma, you yourself and Sridhar, to back out from this?
No, not at all.
You said you had a communication with Sridhar. That was why I asked.
No, Mr. Sridhar asked me whether you have received any reply or not. That's it. This is what he asked me, at about, because, I had said that by 4 o'clock I will convey my decision. So just before 4 o'clock, I received a call from Mr. Sridharan, have you received any reply? I told him I have not received any reply. That's all.
Come on, let me ask you one thing. Mr. Alok Verma, what do you expect? What will be the future of this project? What do you think?
What will be the future of this project? You see, this DPR is a thoroughly useless DPR. It has to be rejected straight away. If they do not reject this DPR straight away, then Kerala is headed for a very tough time, both for social and economic activities. It is going to be a very bad experience for Kerala, and it could take Kerala into a debt trap like Sri Lanka. This is my considered opinion. I am not exaggerating.
Then what is your next step?
My next step has to be taken by state government, whether they want to know or they don't want to know. I have sent them my 7 articles, where everything is examined with facts and figures. Now let them respond. Now the ball is in their court. Let them respond. And if they want me for discussion, I will come for discussions.
Sir, one more thing. Railway Board has given in principle approval. Do you have a say on that? Railway Board has given in principle approval to construction of K-Rail on standard gauge.
Yeah. See, this is what I have to say to Railway Board. If anybody in Railway Board is listening, that Railway Board, you made a mistake by giving in principle approval on the basis of a totally fabricated feasibility report. There were no ground surveys in it, no traffic survey, no topographic survey. It is not a feasibility report. It is a work of fiction. The persons who dealt with this, the persons who dealt with this in Railway Board probably thought that there is a big French consultant who has prepared this report, so they would have taken everything into consideration, and they probably thought they probably were not knowing the unique situation, the topography, the flood situation,
Okay,
and all
sir.
the adverse feature of Kerala. So
Yes, sir.
my appeal to Railway Board is don't repeat that mistake. Reject this DPR straight away without wasting any time.
Okay,
Okay,
Mr.
sir.
Alok Verma, thank you very much for joining us. Let's
Okay.
hope let's wait what is coming out of this debate.
Yeah.
And we will definitely
Thank
invite
you.
you for our next debate. Thank you very much, Mr. Alok
Thank
Verma. അലോക് വർമ്മയാണ് നമ്മളോട് സംസാരിച്ചത്. അദ്ദേഹം ഈ പദ്ധതി ഒരു കാരണവശാലും നടപ്പാക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല, പ്രായോഗികമല്ല, ഇതൊരു കെട്ടുകഥ പോലെയാണ് ഇതിന്റെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് പ്രൊജക്ട് റിപ്പോർട്ടിനെ കാണേണ്ടത്. ഒരു തരത്തിലും സാമ്പത്തികമായും സാമൂഹികമായും കേരളത്തിന് ഗുണം ചെയ്യാത്തൊരു പദ്ധതിയായിരിക്കും. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ കേരളത്തിന്റെ നാശത്തിനായിരിക്കും ഈ പദ്ധതി നടപ്പായാൽ ഉണ്ടാകാൻ പോകുന്നത് എന്നതാണ് അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞത്. ഈ പാനൽ ഡിസ്കഷനെ അദ്ദേഹം പൂർണ്ണമായി തള്ളിക്കളയുകയാണ്. ഇതൊരു പ്രഹസനമാണ് എന്ന് ഈ ശ്രീധരന്റെ അതേ വാക്കുകൾ തന്നെയാണ് അലോക് വർമ്മയും നമ്മളോട് പറയുന്നത്.